Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late June, early July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpio collective. We got the Scorpio gang here. We're going to see what's up, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, my guides. What do you got for us here, please? And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But here we go. Let us not delay. See what's up with Scorpio, please. This very first card. Okay, we've had some really interesting readings in the past few weeks, so I always look forward to the Scorpio ones, but we have this big mental energy, which is not a surprise whatsoever. Often see it in water signs. This is super imaginative. There's a future focus. There's a lot of layers to this very first card, which is no surprise to me. But before we fully dive into that, Scorpio, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, let's talk about it. And so this does show up for Scorpio from time to time. You see the two little ballerinas here. One is taking a little nap on the bottom. She's having herself a little snooze. The other one is up there walking on a tightrope. So I always interpret this card as this one imagining that action right there. So you might be doing a lot of thinking, how you would have done something differently or how you want to do something in the future. You could be thinking about future steps, future plans, how you would have switched it, how you're going to change it. There could be a lot of stuff like that going on. I always say whenever there's a lot of mental action happening, specifically in water signs, extra specifically in Scorpio, it could be good to have some sort of outlet, right? Because we all know Scorpio energy is very intense. So letting it brew is not usually the best move. You might want an outlet of some sort, whether it's creative or physical. So we're just going to put this down. And we're going to get into tarot now. I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Before we get the intuitive juiciness going, we're going to shuffle it up here one time for you, Scorpio. Let's see what we got, my guides. What do we got for the Scorpio collective, please? So let's talk about last week's reading, and it was very nice. It was titled A Massive Change. And if there's any sign that is equipped to deal with transformation and change, it is Scorpio, of course, right? And I know the cross watchers are like, oh, why are you talking so much about Scorpio? I'm part of the collective, so I have a little bit of a bias. It's all good, though. If you're watching this, you love Scorpios, too. Let's get you 3 cards, though, my friends. You know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, okay? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Same goes for you, cross watchers. Let's get you 3. See what's up for Scorpio. Thank you. All right, okay. 10 of Swords in position number 1, huh? That's kind of not what I was expecting to see. I wasn't feeling that. Let's get you 2 more. Okay, I'm going to hold comment until we get a couple more cards here, my friends. What do we got for Scorpio, please? Okay, we got the 7 of Cups in position number 2. Like, now what? Like, okay, what now? What to do now? Let's get one more. Something could have come to an end or a close. Ace of Swords. You're also going to have a bonus. So we got lots of swords here, Scorpio. The mental action I was talking about is showing up here hot and heavy. And we'll talk about it, right? We don't fear no cards around here. There are energies that are tough. There are energies that are easy. And we still got to clarify. But we got the Queen of Swords as a bonus. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go through real quick and give you all the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into those juicy intuitive messages. Now, at first glance, when I look down, obviously, the first thing I notice is this whole slew of swords all over the place. We got the 10. We got the Ace. We got the Queen over there. Swords do represent communication and talking, but they're also of the mind. So we've been seeing that heavy mind focus from the very beginning. But there's options. And like I said, the way it was going here is like an ending. Now what? What do we do now? What way do I go now? And a new beginning. So it's cyclical in a sense because we have the first card of the suit and the last. But let's go through one by one. 10 of Swords in position number 1. Like I said, this is a card I was not expecting to see. If you're if you've been around the block in regards to tarot, you've seen this before. This is a card that could represent hurt. It's a card that could represent pain. It could represent rock bottoms, endings, rough and tough ones. It could even be betrayals as well, like literal backstabbings in its roughest sense. But the good thing about this card is after the Ten of Swords moment, there is nowhere to go except up. So I don't know if you've dealt with some sort of ending or loss recently. This could be something from the past as well, because we have the ending, but we also have a beginning. So it's very interesting what we got going on here, Scorpio. Could be some sort of pain. Now, moving to the center, let me get this Ten of Swords back in its proper place. We got the Seven of Cups. This is a card of options. This is also a thought-based card, even though it's of cups. Cups generally represent emotion and unseen energy, but this is one of my cards of daydreaming. So Scorpio, there's a lot connected to the mind state and the mind. Could be someone doing a lot of thinking, but when I see this card, it's a card of options. So whereas we have this Ten of Swords, this rough and tough energy here in the beginning, there's still options to be had. There's still paths to be had. So it's going to be very interesting for us to clarify these energies. But once again, this heavy mental and even communication vibe is all over this spread. Now, moving to the back end, and get this card back in place. It's not as easy as it looks. We got the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth, the very first sword card in the whole entire suit. All aces represent opportunities. Aces represent the new, the next beginning, the new wave, so to speak. But the Sword of Truth could be some of you cutting certain things out of your life. Sometimes it could represent communication, ideas, seeing the cold hard truth, the cold hard facts of something, like looking through all the BS and just seeing something for what it is. But when we see this, there might be certain things you're trimming out of your life for sure. But I like the Ace of Swords. It's like straightforward, honest, no BS, even though there is an air of seriousness to this, especially with all these swords showing up. So we're going to want to see what's up. But like I said, the energy is flowing in a way where we have this ending here, then options, then a new path. So a lot of you could be like really maneuvering onto some new path. On the back end, we have the Queen of Swords. You might be connected to an air sign when this card shows up. So think Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If not, this Queen is a strategist, planner, determined, straightforward, no nonsense, no BS. So kind of like this Ace of Swords, they share a lot of similar traits. But it could also be someone that's a little bit cold-hearted. So maybe you've been through a thing or two and it's making you a little cold or detaching emotionally from certain things. We'll just have to see what's up. Remember, this is another little footnote, but you may be stepping into Queen of Swords mode where you're like, okay, I'm not taking any nonsense, no BS. We're going to keep it real, whatever it might be. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Scorpio. Let's jump in and clarify. I don't want to say there's going to be warnings. There might be, though. We'll see what's up. Let's get it going. So like I said, you already know I'm part of the collective myself. It's not just you getting a Ten of Swords. I got it myself. Let's see what's up here. But yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Scorpio, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ten of Swords. What's it doing here for the collective? Thank you. Okay. And some of you might just be in the mode to put something to an end. Like straight up, we have the Four of Swords in reverse underneath this Ten of Swords. Okay, like some of you might be like, okay, yeah, I've waited around long enough now, like this isn't working, or this needs to end, or someone is putting action for it to say, okay, not an easy decision, not a choice, one way or another, like this just isn't doing it, it's not working. And this could absolutely be a warning as well. I will say that. With the Four of Swords in reverse, it is an action being taken. It's not somebody sitting back and just wallowing. So for a portion of you, if you've been through a recent painful ending, because this could be depicting a painful ending, you might be slowly moving into rebuilding yourself and exploring new options. That could absolutely be it. But this could absolutely be a warning of some sort, especially with this Four of Swords in reverse. Because it is that action being taken. This isn't something that's just falling out naturally. This is somebody putting something to an end, whether through their actions or words. And it could be words as well, like with all these swords, like it could be someone literally saying it like, all right, yeah, this is done. Okay, whatever it might be. So we're going to keep moving. I mean, there's not much more we could say about it, right? It's very simple, straightforward on its face. But this could be some sort of painful ending, right? Somebody could be losing sleep about it as well. So let's see what's going on with that 7 of Cups. Let's see what the options are about. Because I don't want to wallow here in the beginning. We know what it is. So why is that 7 of Cups here? Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, I mean, 10, another 10, which is another card of endings or closings of a cycle, but this isn't bad. I mean, this isn't letting all the air out of your sails, I don't think, or even if you're cross-watching, the 10 of Cups is everything. That's a card of the home, that's the card of family, it's the prototypical happy ending. So if there's any sign that could really deal with tough situations and tough endings, obviously Scorpio is known for that, right? Like Scorpios get a bad reputation sometimes, but like they can deal with these rough and tough endings or energies, and they can transmute them in such a way where they could still see the silver lining and what's coming down the path. The 10 of Cups is wish fulfillment energy. So it's like, okay, that's done, that's over. It hurt, it sucked, but there is still this 10 of Cups out there for me. I could still get this. I can still attain this. There's multiple paths here. And so whereas we have a painful ending here in the front end, we also have someone looking to the future about the 10 of Cups. Don't worry about the 10 of Swords. We're looking at this 10 of Cups. We're trying to see the silver lining and look on the bright side. So let's move over to that Ace of Swords. This feels good. This tells me like whatever this is, that's happened. I mean, lots of Scorpios going through lots of different things, whether it's work, whether it's relationships, interpersonal relationships, or a loss of someone close to you. There are still many opportunities to chase happiness and be content. Let's go in on that Ace of Swords. See what's up with that. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. I feel like we're going to need a shadow card after this one, my friends. So what's up with that Ace of Swords? Thank you. Okay. Don't let anybody try to like bring you back down or bring you down as well. We got the Star in reverse underneath the Ace of Swords. So there might be someone like when they see you moving forward or they see you trying to reassess or reanalyze or choose a new path, there might be someone who doesn't want you to move on. It's the oddest thing here, Scorpio. The Star in reverse could just represent issues or beefs that you have with an Aquarius. But when I see the Star in reverse, it is very, very grim. So right here, we have optimism. We have silver lining. Here, this is someone trying to cut another person down. So there may have been some sort of like really nasty words or nasty conflict where someone was like really trying to cut you down, where this is someone that doesn't want you to go another route or pick another option. Take from that what you will, my friends. I mean, they might be like, no, the Star in reverse isn't the nicest energy. Okay, usually in the upright, this is a card of the future. It's hope. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. In reverse, it is very much doom and gloom. So I could see there is somebody not wanting you to progress in happiness and positivity, possibly. Obviously, that doesn't have to be the only message. I feel like it's either that or this could be some sort of verbal altercation or fallout that is possible here, especially with all these swords. There's so much air energy here. There's communication popping off. Let's go through. Obviously, only take what hits for you. Even if it's one card here that hits for you, take that and integrate it. But let's go through and I'll give you a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we're starting with the roughest area of the spread. We have the 10 of Swords with the 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody taking some action to end something, whether it was their actions or whether it was a communication. This is purposeful. This is not by mistake. That's the vibe. And there is pain here. This does feel like a painful ending of some sort. So it could be a warning for a lot of Scorpios out there. There might be something coming up. It's all good though, because as we move to the center, I feel like somebody seeing the silver lining and saying, okay, well, that sucked, but got to keep moving, right? Like, you can't stay wallowing in that 10 of Swords energy. The 7 of Cups with the 10 of Cups is beautiful. This is someone still seeing that they can be happy, they can be content, and they can have everything they want. Yes, this didn't work out, but there's still many other routes On the back end, though, this is where it gets a little dicey. Again, we have the Ace of Swords with the Star in reverse. I said, watch out for someone trying to drag you down or drag you back. This could be someone not wanting you to choose another path as well. But I was also getting that vibe of someone trying to verbally chop another person down. So that could be a verbal altercation. So watch out for these things, Scorpio. There's double warnings here, and I would take them seriously in this time. But there's beautiful positivity to be had as well, my friends. So just do with that what you will. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Okay. Let's see what's in the shadows for Scorpio. Guides and Spirit Team. And remember, if that doesn't hit for you, it's all good. Check your other alignments. Sun, moon, rising, all that stuff, depending on what you're going through. Mars for work, Venus for love. You know how it goes. Let's get you one shadow card. What's in the shadows for Scorpio, please? Whether it's part of your shadow self or something you don't quite see. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands. This is generally a card of confidence. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is Leo energy, the Six of Wands. So you may have had a connection with a Leo that maybe didn't shake out too proper. But when I see the Six of Wands in the shadows, this could talk about being confident but not being arrogant is one thing, and not counting your chickens before they hatch. But another thing with this Six of Wands, it's all about recognition. So there may have been times in the past, whether it's relationships or work, you might feel underappreciated when this card is showing up in the shadows, or you feel like you didn't get proper recognition, or you don't get proper recognition for what you've done. And that's okay. That happens in life sometimes. We don't all get proper recognition for the good works and good things and our uniqueness. But Spirit is asking you not to make that or let that make you go sour when this shows up in the shadows. But also, once again, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't count a win as a win until it's within your grasps, my Scorpio friends. So really interesting reading this week. That's what I got for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for the month of June, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one explains how you're feeling currently right now. Which one are you vibing with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.